We are headed into game number 3. The plane is in the sky. Some of the players have already hopped out very early on Football List, and ends the two teams to do exactly that. Face out of the plane somewhat early here as well. Nothing really new under the sun in regards to where teams are going. Let's see as teams continue to hop on out if we aren't going to see any of those teams landing on top of one another.
So very early exits there, and Ents actually stopping short of Oasis as well. So not exactly known for its mega abundance of vehicles, but I guarantee you're going to be fairly safe. And if you manage to grab something, of course, you can always head over to Torre or Cruz in the good knowledge that it's very unlikely another team will be able to stab you in the back.
I'm kind of curious to see, with now that we saw older FaZe hop into El Pozo, if they're opting to stick to doing so for the rest of the weekend. Because I would put it this way. Normally when we have these northwest planes, there would be that teams that just split the west side. Like, you know, your Trailer Park, Elgon Tower split all the way down the south.
Yep,
The fact that all of FaZe opt to stay inside of El Pozo, I don't want to say I'm surprised, because we are still very early on in the tournament. You don't want to take too many chances before we've had a chance to prep a bit against some of these teams. But I would say, I mean, at least off of the info they're given now, there's a hell of a lot of room to split out early on. And sure, I mean, El Pozo can give you all the loot you need, no doubt about it. But if you have a chance to split out early with little risk involved, I'd also say there's a good reason to do so. In the meantime, Exhalation don't want to have FaZe Clan as neighbors. Understandably so. Trying to force them away. BTM firing a few bullets. He's sitting very, very alone. I mean, they're in a wide split here, so not a whole lot to do. In the meantime, Northern Lights and Liquid squaring off against one another. James falls to the ground. Did manage to find the knock, but Lou should be able to get back up in a... Yeah, it's not exactly prime real estate, but it is playable nonetheless. Ding. Uber here trying to peek on over. It's met by an opponent instantly. NaVi in the meantime, full speed pulls up on FaZe Clan, and they are having success with it. The only damage being done to NaVi is by NaVi themselves. An unfortunate knock came in onto Alia. The rest is quickly attended to, and just like that, you get yourself a compound in the center circle.
Wow.
FaZe tried to pull up. FaZe did not succeed. Trying to wrap around. They're going to be running straight into Exhalation, who currently have all the space in the world, but is wide split from the compound. Beamy, bold action in hand, comes forward and gets the headshot with the bold. Please tell me we're going to get a replay from that. He does go down because of it, but here comes Heroic, full speed forward.
If anyone's asking the question... What? If you were asking the question last game or the game before, and you were like, excuse me, guys, why are we continuously, why is the observing team looking at Beamy bolt shots non-stop?
There's your answer.
That's why.
Because
when he does that, woo, chef's kiss. Footballist on the edge of the circle from that hard shift, unfortunately, is out now, but 3 different teams actually contribute. Again, it feels like footballists don't lose to one team. They always lose to like 3. And on Northeast, there's so much action going on because Heroic are about to third-party Tokyo Manji Gang versus Exhalation, and I think Ents have got a really good view of all of this as well. Brutal, open the door. Thank you very much. Welcome, committee. I'll just shut that behind me so that we don't let the draft in. And BTM says, cheers, big ears. Not a problem at all. The problem is they've got a Heroic team all around them.
If he were to decide so for himself, T-Bone trying to stay put. Heroic only 1 kill so far. Now T-Bone, I mean, there's always going to be an angle from which the opponents can see you. That was a good molly from Correction. I'm not sure there's going to be a whole lot more coming off of it, though. Now comes the pusher on the side. Oh, BCO, teammate! No, you can't have that happen. And the nade coming through the window even did the damage for him.
No.
So Exhalation fall by their own hand and Tokyo Manji Gang, but they take Heroic down with him.
Split-second miscommunication here. Now we have Tokyo Manji Gang crashing a member event. It's Squeaky. It's a 3v1 in close proximity anyway, but they managed to get 2 down. It's only Aimlow left. And unfortunately, that vehicle, that was an excellent flip, by the way, 7.8 out of 10. That's Tokyo Manji Gang eliminated. They had to try something, so fair enough. That was rather spectacular, though, from ENCE.
Teams are dropping like flies as everyone is trying to make their way into a ruthless circle here, forced to run shoulder to shoulder. It is about who can punch better, who can make more room for themselves as they try to make their way further forward. Rustenmar running down to his last 5 bullets in the gun. Literally nothing left to play with unless if he gets a chance to lose something here. Fights once again escalating on the west side of the circle too.
On the west side, we have Polish Power. And they're going up against BBL Esports. There's along the road, it's a little bit of low ground, so you've got higher ground on both sides, which makes it a bit tricky to play. And the best way to play it, if you're there, is to make sure no one else has an angle on you, and the way to do that is you just kill them all. So it's not a very sophisticated strategy, but it can be effective, and Polish Power are trying to do just that. Actually managing to get a headshot onto Fiansl as well, which is buying themselves a good amount of breathing room. So Polish Power, the team on the low ground there, fighting against BBL, fighting against Ding, they actually managed to survive this still on the road.
We just eliminated 6 teams in, I want to say 40 seconds.
As you do.
But other than that, they could just chill in the combo, because as you can see here, you practically can't see them. Issue is now, this is not a position to allow them to be in. They forgot about Smash, though. Jumps up from behind, finds the double. He gets the knocks, Kitpa gets the flushes, and just like that, No Name Yet announced 2.
A lot of flashes going around this drop because they know they're there. Tiksu playing the bullet sponge position. Really nice alternate angle there from Nuki and Rustenmar, and that should clean them up.
Exactly. You're wondering why Rustenmar was out of ammo. He had 700 damage done when he had 2 kills. He is shooting at everything he sees, and they're now well aware that they need to take the fight to Polish Power before they can make their way further forward. Norgis finds Nuki, first player to fall. And here comes NaVi as well.
For 2 kills. Yeah, NaVi are looking to get involved now. I mean, look, they're going, look, at some point we're going to have to think about fighting these teams, right? Either they come to our compound or...
Look at the control NaVi has here. This is NaVi written all over it. They have 10 kills already. Let them fight in the pits below and we will kill whatever is left of them.
Why not?
They have positioned themselves perfectly in order to do this. They did get a little bit of help from BBL in taking out what I thought could become a potential threat in No Name Yet, but this has got NaVi written all over it. Both the teams down Valley are taking casualties. Quizzy, perfect over the top angle here. Does get Cappy down, misses a few second time around. Not gonna miss it the third time. 13 kills and counting as NaVi continue their onslaught.
And so if anyone's asking, well, why did NaVi move out of the compound? Take a look at the terrain and what they just did with it. And I tell you to tell me that again. NaVi, this is NaVi when they're bored almost. It's like, oh, we've had a compound.
Kind of.
You know how sometimes you get teams where, oh, well, they just had a compound all game. Well, yes, but you don't just get a compound all game and you're active enough to still get 14 kills despite predominantly being in one place.
Exactly.
That's how NaVi plays it differently that other teams don't. This is a masterclass in how to do that sort of play.
They need to deal with the guys up above first in order to do anything, but there's also a threat up close.
Oh my God.
And that is Aaliyah. Nate's thrown forward, gets the knock. Molly goes forward, gets the second. Rustenmar down to low HP.
So
Squeaky down there as well. They're in trouble, and NaVi are looking to close in on 17 kills.
Alia biding his time. I think that was the first frag he threw as well. So really good, really precise, getting the insta knock, and ENCE now down to 2. If they had a chance before, NaVi are looking to snuff it out. They don't want ENCE to make the first move. Quizzy goes down. Squeaky manages to get that knock. And I think Quizzy is in the Molotov as well, but there's actually not enough time for him to get knocked. 17 kills, and NaVi have come to the G-Loot Season 5 Grand Finals.
So I can fuck the world for 70